at approximately 7:40 p.m. on October 16th near West Lincoln Avenue and Oak Street in the city of Mount Vernon. At this time of the incident, 5 prisoners, all remanded to the Westchester County Jail, were being transported by 2 uniformed Mount Vernon police officers seated in the front of the vehicle. The officers reported hearing a single gunshot from the rear of the van, followed by a prisoner stating that he had been shot. The officers immediately returned to police headquarters, where additional department personnel assisted in safely offloading the prisoners. During the process, a .22 caliber Rome RGT revolver was recovered from one of the prisoners. The weapon had 1 spent round and 4 live rounds remaining. The firearm has not been reported stolen, and a full firearm trace is underway. The injured prisoner, who had been remanded on an open case, sustained a non-life-threatening gunshot wound to his lower leg. He was transported to a local hospital where he remains under medical care. As he is a victim in this incident, no further information will be released regarding his identity. The alleged shooter has been identified as Louis Soto, 32, of the Bronx. Soto, who has no significant prior criminal history, has been remanded to the Westchester County Jail on a forcible touching charge stemming from an arrest on October 15th. In connection with this incident, Soto will face additional charges, including criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree, assault in the 1st degree, reckless endangerment, and reckless endangerment. The department is conducting a full review of the circumstances surrounding this event, including relevant policies, procedures, and training. Preliminarily, findings indicate that the firearm should have been detected prior to the transport. Effective immediately, the use of the department's magnetometer handheld wand is now mandatory for all new prisoner processings. The use of it was optional previously. Additionally, all prisoners will be scanned with a handheld wand, magnetometer, both when entering and leaving the cell block to ensure the safety of officers and detainees. This will include prisoners coming in from and going to the county jail and other jails. Some of the officers involved have been temporarily assigned to desk duty pending completion of the investigation. They are not suspended or modified at this time. That does not mean that any officers have been cleared. Charges and modifications may be forthcoming, and the names of the officers are being withheld as the investigation remains active. That completes the conclusion of our statement.
How many officers on desk duty?
Right now we have 2.
Are they the officers who are
That could change.
Are they the officers in the van, or was somebody else responsible for searching the prison?
There's 1 officer that was in the van and 1 officer that had a different responsibility.
Did you find any additional contraband on Mr. Soto?
We're not going to discuss that at this time.
Did he hide the gun in his underwear?
That's under investigation. We'll be forthcoming with more information as that information makes itself available to us.
Did your search policies change after the interaction with the DOJ that was announced in 2024?
Our search policies, yes, changed. Our strip search policy changed.
Can you describe those changes?
That's previous to that.
In what way, in which case, the gun might have been detected before under the old policy?
Say that
In what way have they changed? In other words, would the gun have been detected more likely under the old policy?
I'm not going to speculate on that at this point.
What about in what way the policy changed?
Deputy Chief?
You're asking about the policy change. The old policy and the new policy should have gone and caught the gun.
Sir, how do you characterize what happened here? Because a lot of people are saying this could have been a really bad thing, putting the public, the prisoners, and your police officers at risk.
This is a very serious incident. We take this very seriously. Like I said, it will be investigated, and nobody's been cleared from this incident.
Is there any indication whether the person shot in the leg. Is there any indication whether or not the gun was fired intentionally or whether it went off accidentally?
That's under investigation at this point.
Are prisoners not handcuffed when they're transported?
No, they are handcuffed.
So is it possible that Mr. Soto had the weapon on at the time of arrest, his whole time while he was in custody, arraigned, remanded, put on?
I'd be speculating. I can only say that he was found to have it. We know that it was on him at the time he was placed in the prisoner van, and it should have been detected.
He appeared in court yesterday.
Yes.
Is there any responsibility of the state court officers in terms of once the prisoner is in court custody to be searching for?
You'd have to ask them what their policy is. I'm not aware of any. We maintain security in the cell block.
And so would he have been searched prior to being booked at the county jail? Would he have been searched again at the county jail? Do you know?
You'd have to clarify that with them, but yes, he should have been.
Was the correct procedure followed? In other words, a gunshot went off in the van. Is there any question in terms of whether the police officers did the right thing coming back to headquarters at that point?
They absolutely did the right thing.
Was there any damage to the van?
I'm not aware of any damage to the van.
And Mr. Soto still had the gun in his possession when they came back to headquarters and checked out the prison?
We're not going to discuss part of the investigation, but he's been charged with a crime.
Thank you.
Okay.